Hello everybody, this is Evan Rogers coming at you with a video talking to you about my kanji practice book that I made. It's called Beginner's Kanji Practice. I wanted to let you all know that if you're serious about kanji and you want a cheap way to learn some kanji, the first 125 kanji you should learn are in this that I'm making available through a $3 subscription plan at Patreon and Subscribestar. This has every kanji that's in the JLPT N5 test and also every single kanji that you would learn if you were a first grade student in Japan. It also has an in-depth, these are all the kanji that are listed, so I'll just go through this real slowly. If you want to look through, you can pause it. I don't think it's a big deal for you guys to know which ones are in there. And then we also go through and talk about what the purpose of the book is, links to other, ways to support me, a special thanks to the to important people. There's an in-depth discussion about what the heck kanji is and why it exists, what hiragana is, how hiragana and katakana exist, and how difficult of a language it is. And here we also talk kind of about like what languages in general. I teach you how to use the book. We talk about what furigana is, how the book works. It's right here, and an explanation further of why I'm teaching the way that I am. Links to gshow.org and stuff like that. I explain what onyomi and kunyomi are, but I don't actually differentiate between them because it's kind of pointless. As I explain here, I explain that learning on and kunyomi is kind of a waste of time, to be quite frank. What about radicals? I don't teach radicals in this book because it might very well be your first kanji book, so I explain how that all works. And then the entire book is 125 kanji broken down into 5 kanji at a time. So the first 5 are going to be kanji number 1. This is it, the kanji for number 1. Here are the normal, most common readings, and here are the slightly unusual readings. And they tell you to reference other kanji. These will both be in the same section, number 4, number 2, but not always. The general meaning, and then it gives you meanings that you can read as of right now. So for example, you can read ichi because it's literally one of the readings, then hitotsu because it's just that kanji plus a tsu. Then it tells you kind of what it means. And so you might have noticed that right here, you see all this kanji number 1, kanji number 2, kanji number 3, all that sort of stuff at the very title of each kanji. You see how that's blue? That's because it's a URL. So if you will get the PDF version. And if you click on it, boink, brings you right up to gshow.org with the reading of the kanji. If you want to see all of the readings of the kanji, they're right here, along with stroke orders and how to write them and a huge list of information in addition to what I'm giving you. Every single kanji will have a link to gshow.org, except for one that isn't really a kanji. It's the repeating kanji, and that one links to a different website that gives some example sentences. gshow.org doesn't actually have an entry for that one. That was intriguing. I figured that out trying to link all the way through this. And then it goes on, kanji number 2. The next one is day. These are just, this isn't the official ordering of kanji. This is just the way that I figured would be best to teach them. So we have nichi, ka, tachi, ni, ji, shita, and then also the special reading of kino, day, sun. So we see ichi, and they link to, you can see all the kanji and where to go to see the special readings that aren't taught exactly right here. So ichi, tsui, tachi, and then you can see they're the same, so I describe how that all works. Kanji number 3, which is 2, ironically, ni, futa, futsu, ni, futatsu, blah, blah, blah. It shows you how to do all this, and then I give you another kanji to show you how to count cylindrical objects. Source is what it means, and things like that. As you can see, I'm not teaching the on and kunyomis because, as I explained, not really the best use of your time to memorize which reading is which. And I explain in pretty good detail why that is. Kanji number 5 will be 3, blah, 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 blah. All that sort of good stuff. So using all of these readings given to you on each kanji explanation, you will then be given some example sentences. I tried to keep the grammar fairly simple, but honestly, if you don't know the grammar and you don't know what the sentences mean, it's not the end of the world. Just try to read what it is. There's the occasional one where context does matter and you won't be able to, you might not get it right. If you don't know the context or you can't translate properly. But in general, this is just good reading practice. All right, you go all down. Every single group of 5 kanji has at least 25 sample sentences. So you do 125 kanji divided by 5, you get 25. Then you multiply that by 25, you get 625 sample sentences at least. There's more. And also there's writing practice. So if you just print off this page and you go through the gshow.org, you can practice writing it out, seeing how it works, have fun, memorizing all these kanjis, blah, 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 blah. And then boom, next set of kanji. That's how the entire kanji book is set up. Once again, it's $3. It's the $3 subscription tier at Patreon and Subscribestar. Please consider making a donation. And if you want this book, you can download it from Patreon and Subscribestar, which links below in the video description. I hope if you're serious about kanji, this will be a great thing to do. Honestly, it's a great deal because if you don't have access to good Japanese resources, I mean, obviously the internet is out there, but I feel like this is a very organized way of learning, a very structured way of learning, and it's pretty cheap to get. I really feel like this is a good investment for you, especially if you're not really sure what the heck to do with kanji. So I feel this is a great way to learn kanji, and over time this might turn into a giant textbook depending on how much support I get. So please consider making a supporting donation over at Patreon and Subscribestar. That being said, have yourself a great day. Peace out, guys.